Thank you for joining me today as we continue in our discussion about Blossoming Hope, the Black Christian Woman's Guide to Mental Health and Wellness. In this section of the book, part 1 on blossoming of the mind, we've been talking about ways to promote positive thoughts. Last week, we talked about focusing on purpose and destiny. And this week, I would like to focus on wholeness. Wholeness. I'd like to talk about what wholeness means to start off with. So, when we think of wholeness, especially in our roles as Christians, we can think about Jesus's idea of wholeness. We know that from the ancient days, even back dating to the Old Testament, that we use the Hebrew word shalom to speak of being whole or complete, and that being a path to peace. Often we use the term shalom to express peace to another person. And so when we're talking about wholeness in God's kingdom, we're thinking about what it means to be able to completely fulfill the purpose that God has given for us. We can see in several gospel accounts where Jesus is providing healing to others. And in some cases, he will let folks know your faith has made you well. But in one particular account from John 5, we can see that the man who had laid at the gate called Beautiful for 38 years was met with the question from Jesus that perhaps he'd never heard before. And that question was, do you want to be whole? Do you want to be well? And so that's a question for us to consider today. Often in our strivings and in our prayers, we are asking for God to give us peace, to make us whole. And yet sometimes we have to consider and count the cost. We have to contemplate what would it mean to be whole, to be well, in a society that sometimes actually rewards us for being less than whole, for functioning below God's best for us. And so we have to consider what it is that we would have to sacrifice in order to reach our wholeness. Sometimes we've become quite comfortable with some level of underfunctioning or even disability. We find that there are certain ways that we become accustomed to functioning below what God intends. And so we'd have to ask, what would that sacrifice mean for me? What would I have to do psychologically, physically, financially, socially, in order to reach the wholeness that God has in store for me? If we decide within ourselves that we are wanting to be whole, then God is more than ready to meet us at our point of need, to provide all of the resources that we need to move toward wholeness. But we have to believe inside that we are able to function at that full level of functioning, at that full abundant life, and in a place of shalom. Residing in that place would allow us to attain a measure of peace, not a peace that means that circumstances are all well. Sometimes we can find the peace even in the eye of the storm. Even in the midst of chaos, we still can be whole, well, and at peace. For our musical reflection today, I would like to offer you a selection from my first album, Choose Hope, a song entitled Papa's Medley, dedicated to my late grandfather. I would like to share with you that meditative reflection on peace. Let there be peace, peace, sweet peace, God's peace. Oh, let there be peace. Oh, God's sweet peace, peace in your home. Peace in your hearts. Peace for the world. Peace. We need your peace, Jesus. You promised to give us peace. Peace that passes all understanding will keep us in perfect peace as our minds and our hearts are on you. Peace. Go in peace. Go in peace. Ooh, yeah. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope that you found this reflection helpful. If you like the video, please indicate below and also subscribe to my channel and share the news with others. It is my hope for you that your week ahead will be one full of wholeness, peace, and shalom. God bless you.